Did you ever see a dream walking? Well, I did. Did you ever hear a dream talking? Well, I did.
That David? He's always in the wars. He's half soak as a brick, guy. Have you ever seen a dream walking? I was always away with the fairies when I was a kid. My father would give me a 10-bob note and send me up to Nye's shop to get 10 woodbines and a packet of Nuttall's Minters. I would return a half an hour later, empty-handed. "Where's the fags?" "Eh?" "The fags, man, and the Mintos." "Oh, I forgot. Oh, you're see mawr. Where's the money?" "What?" "Oh, you're see mawr, man, offendin'. He's lost my bloody 10-bob note now." So my mother would have to help me retrace my steps, and we always found the 10-bob floating in the gutter, and my mum would get the cigarettes and sweets herself. One Saturday afternoon, Louis called for me to go down the gasworks. I rushed out to the back kitchen and put on my wellies, which were kept in the cupboard under the sink where my dad used to wash and shave. The wellies were rolled down, D'Artagnan style. When I pulled the Wellingtons on, I felt a little stone or something in the foot, but took no notice. As Louis and I ran down to the quay where the 2 domes of the gasworks were, I could feel what I thought was water in my wellies. We went through the door at the side and ran up the circular stairs that led to a platform above the gasworks domes. The place was deserted on a Saturday afternoon, no workmen around to shoo us away. The top of the gaswork dome was covered in a layer of straw. "Hey, Lou, let's dive on the straw, like we do up the haystacks." "Yeah, good idea." "You go first," said Louis, wisely as it turned out. I clambered over the rail of the platform and looked down at the straw about 5 or 6 feet beneath me. I took a deep breath and bravely threw myself off in a poor imitation of a Johnny Weissmuller dive. The straw placed over the metal dome was only a very thin layer, and I felt my whole body shudder as I landed with a deafening thump on the metal surface. I lay very still. "Hey, Whiteo, you all right?" I groggily pulled myself up. My head was aching, my neck felt as if it had been squashed into my body, and my elbows were stinging like mad. "Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were you. The straw's a bit thin. I think I'll go home now." And so we sheepishly descended the iron stairs and slowly walked home. "I think my wellies are leaking," I told Louis as we slowly meandered along the quay. "How?" said Louis. "My boot's all filled up with water," I said. "My socks are soaking." When I got home, my mum was doing a boil wash out in the kitchen, pushing wet washing into a pan of boiling soapy water with a wooden rolling pin. The kitchen was filled with steam and smelling of green fairy soap. "Hello, my love," she smiled at me. "What's that bump on your forehead? Has that Maxie been hitting you again?" "No, I fell over." "Here, Ma, I think my boots are leaking." "Well, let me see. I only bought them last year. If they are leaking, I'll take them back." She sat me down on a kitchen chair and pulled off my Wellington boot, rolled down D'Artagnan style. "You'll crease them wearing them like that," said my mother. When she finally got the boot off, a torrent of red, dirty blood poured out of it. "Oh, my blessed God," said my mother. She staggered back, leaning against the kitchen cupboard. "How did you do that?" She reached into the boot and then pulled her hand out sharply. "What on earth is this?" Reaching into the boot again, she extracted one of my father's 7 o'clock razor blades, which had lodged vertically into the rubber of the boot. It must have slipped out of my dad's razor and lodged itself into my Wellington boot. When I saw the bloody razor blade in my mother's hand, I suddenly felt a searing pain underneath my big toe, which had been painless up until then. My big toe was washed, iodine applied, which made it sting even more, and then yellow zinc and sulphur ointment, and finally bandaged with a strip of old white sheet, and I had to wear my sandals for a week, which meant that I could show off my wound to the rest of the gang and bore them rigid with the story of how I had acquired it.